Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today we're going to be working through a yoga session for the core, front body, back body, side body, streaming from my living room to yours, so can't wait to see you on the mat. Okay, so we're going to start down on our backs. We're just going to need potentially one brick. If you don't have a brick, you can use a book. The cork ones are quite heavy, so if you've got a foam one, it'll be a little bit lighter. But come to sit down on your back, or lie down on your back, and let's have the knees bent, and just place the hands on the belly. And we're just going to take 5 deep breaths here, so close the eyes. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. And then again, deep breath in, deep breath out. As you're taking these breaths, feeling the belly inhale and inflate, and as you exhale, feeling the belly deflate. Just 2 more like this, breathing into the hands, breathing out. Last one, breathing into the hands and breathing out. Okay, bring the knees into the chest. You can start to open the eyes. Take the hands around the shins. Just take a little sway side to side with the body. And then place the hands onto the front of the kneecaps and just start to circle the knees. So you're just kind of moving the thighs within the hip socket, drawing a nice big circular pattern. And then we'll go the other way around. Okay. And then we'll start by warming up our core here. So we're going to bring the legs to this kind of tabletop position. I'm going to reach the arms up towards the ceiling, palms facing in. Now just hold here for a few breaths. I just want you to check that there's no gap underneath your lumbar spine in the floor. If there is a gap and you can fit your hand underneath, I want you to draw the belly button in and kind of draw the bottom of the rib cage down towards the top of the hips. And we want to keep that sense of stability there as we move through this exercise. So legs are going to stay as they are. As we inhale, we're going to reach the arms up and overhead, again keeping that lower back pressed into the floor, and then as we exhale, we lift the arms all the way back up. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, they come all the way back up. We'll do 3 more. So inhale to reach, exhale to lift, and again inhale to reach, exhale to lift. Last one, inhale to reach, and exhale, arms come back. So the arms are going to continue doing the same thing. We're just going to add in 1 leg. So as I inhale, I'm going to reach the arms, my right leg's going to reach forward. And then as I exhale, I'm going to bring everything back in. Second side, inhale, left leg moves with the arms. Exhale, we pull it back in. So we're going to continue with this movement. Again, just checking that our lower back stays in contact with the floor. In general, the further down that the leg goes towards the mat, the more difficult it's going to be for you to keep that connection of your lower spine. So you can always just reach the leg forward towards a diagonal. We're going to go 1 more time on each side. Inhaling, exhaling, and last one, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, and then let the feet rest on the mat, let the hands rest down. Just take a moment here if you want to sway the knees side to side. Just let the belly relax. I'm going to do a few more exercises here on our backs. Okay, so for this second one, I'm going to lift the legs, but this time we're going to extend them up a little bit. So don't worry if the knees aren't completely straight, but the idea that the feet are kind of reaching up towards the ceiling. And then take the hands to an interlace, take them behind the head, take a deep breath in. Then as we exhale, we're just going to curl up the head and the shoulders. And we're just going to hold here, again keeping the connection of the lower back, drawing the belly button and broadening across the front of the abdomen. Full inhale, full exhale. On your next inhale, you're going to reach that right leg just to a diagonal position. Then we're going to twist and extend our right arm to the space beyond our left thigh. I'm going to hold here. Keep pushing forward through the heels. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the leg back. Bring the arm back, but keep the head and the shoulders lifted. We go second side, so extend the left leg away just to a diagonal. And then twisting, reaching across to the outer edge of the right thigh, holding here. Keep the breath moving nice and smooth. Take an inhale, And as you exhale, hand comes back behind the head, leg lifts. You're going to go a little bit quicker. It's the same movement. We're going to twist and move the leg at the same time. So twist towards the left thigh, reach the right leg away, come back to center, and swap. So keep alternating. You can absolutely go at your own pace if that's quicker or slower than me. Again, always trying to keep that lower back connected. So you can just modify how far down your leg is going towards the floor. I'm going to be here for another 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and then hold back in center. Extend the hands up towards the toes. See if you can lift your chest as high as you can. We're going to hold here for 10, reaching for the toes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Let the feet find the floor again. Feel free to sway them side to side, or if you want to stay a little bit more static, feel free to do so. We'll just take 2 or 3 breaths here. And then whenever you feel ready to do so, we're going to come all the way up to seated, and then up and over onto our hands and our knees. So just gently bring yourself up, and then turn yourself around, come onto your hands and your knees, find your tabletop position. You can place something underneath the knees if you want to, but we're not going to be here for too long. Let's just start with some cat-cow. Stretch out the belly, should feel quite nice. So inhale, lifting the tailbone, lifting the heart space. And then exhale, rounding through the back, drawing the chin into the chest. And again, inhale, lifting the tailbone, lifting the heart space. Exhale, round and curve through. Okay, coming to center. Tuck the toes underneath, stack the shoulders directly over your wrists. Take a full breath in, and as you exhale, just hover those knees a couple of inches away from the mat. So we're looking to get a nice long line through the back body, no bums in the air, so keep your hips kind of shoulder height. Take a full breath in, and a full breath out. Now without anything changing in the upper body, can we send one leg to the back of the mat, and then the other leg coming into our high plank position. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. So just going to move between those two, trying to keep the upper body nice and still. So you draw one knee in, and then the other, find that hovering tabletop, and then stepping back and back. So going forward, forward, back, and back. Forward, forward, back, back. 2 more, forward, forward, back, back. Last one, forward, forward, back, back, and then lift the hips, find your downward facing dog. So we'll stay here for a few breaths. If you want to lift up and down to the balls of the feet, or walk on the spot in your downward dog, shake the head. Anything is welcome here, just stretch out the body and find the breath again. You can even give the head a little shake. Okay, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. One more deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhaling, lifting right up onto the balls of the feet. We're going to wave our way forward into a high plank, so kind of uncurling through the spine, shoulders stack over the wrists, and then we're going to come back into down dog. Inhale, lifting up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, rolling forward, and lifting up and back. Let's do 2 more. Lifting the heels and rolling through the spine, and then find downward dog. Last one, lifting the heels, rolling through the spine, and hold your high plank. If you'd rather modify, bring the knees down to the mat and take your half plank position. You're going to be here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring those knees down and tuck the toes. Send the hips back and take your first child's pose. I'm going to be here for another 3 breaths. Knees can be apart, knees can be together. If you want a shoulder stretch here, you could lift up onto the fingers and kind of send the gaze forward, opening through the chest. Okay, 1 more deep breath in. One more full breath out. Slowly lifting our way back onto our hands and our knees. We're going to come to the back edge of our mat into quite a narrow tabletop position. We're going to tuck the toes underneath. Now that floating tabletop that we were in a moment ago, we're just going to try and travel that forwards and backwards, kind of like a quadrupedal movement. No bums in the air, so keep the bums nice and level with your shoulders. So lift the knees when you're ready, and as you move your left arm forward, you're going to step forward with your right foot. And right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, until you make it to the top of your mat. And then we're going to go backwards. So again, always working in opposition. So it's almost like a really slow motion crawl. Really working into those shoulders and that core. I'm going to do one more, all the way up to the top and all the way up to the back. Keep using the breath. Try and move nice and slow. And then once you get to the back, we're going to come onto our feet. So send all of the weight onto the legs. Let the torso drop down, take the weight off the hands, give the wrists a little shake. Sway the torso side to side, even hold the elbows here. Whatever you need. Stay for a few breaths. Feel free to give the head a little shake. Okay, and then let's slowly make our way up to standing. So just roll through the spine, bring the body up. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Okay, so you're going to step to the top of the mat. Just bring yourself forward. We'll just come through one sun salutation and we'll get a little bit deeper into our core. So take a deep breath in, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Breathing out, we're going to fold forward, dive down towards the mat, let the head drop. Inhale, find those shins, take a halfway lift, expand the chest. Stepping back into high plank, so bring the hands down, send one leg and then the other leg back. Your choice here, knees down or knees off the floor. Now bend the elbows and bring the heart space down. Take an inhale, lifting the chest, finding maybe a low, could be a higher cobra. And then tuck the toes, press back up onto the knees. Find your downward dog when you're ready. Take 2 breaths here, inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Okay, we're going to lift the right leg, coming into a 3-legged dog. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. One more deep breath in. As we breathe out, bring yourself forward into a plank. See if we can bring that right knee to the right elbow. Hold here, push into the floor with the hands. Can we slide that knee down to the right wrist, across and over to the left wrist, back up to the left elbow, cross and over to the right, and then back into downward dog. Straight on the second side, inhale, lifting the left leg. Hold here as you breathe out. Again, breathing in. And as you breathe out, drawing yourself forward into plank. Bring the left knee to the left elbow. And then slide it down to the left wrist. Across to the right wrist. Back up to the right elbow. Back over to the left. And then back into downward dog. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. One more deep breath in. And deep breath out. Bend both knees, look forward. Step or walk to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift. Forward fold as you exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Press through the feet, bring the arms with you. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Okay, we're going to send the weight onto the right leg. Bring the left knee into the chest so you can take hold of that shin. So squeezing the thigh in towards your rib cage. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. See if you can engage your core strength here. We're going to try and let go of the leg in a moment. So from where you are, keep that thigh drawing in towards the chest as you gently bring the hands to the hips and try not to let that leg drop any lower. And then from here, we're just going to extend at the back of that knee and push that heel forward, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to let that left ankle brush past the right and step straight back into warrior 2. So the left foot finds the back of the mat. Let's open those arms out nice and wide and turn the palms to face up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in, bend into that right knee. Take a deep breath out. Okay, inhale, we're going to reach forward towards the top of our mat. Imagine you're reaching out for something through that right hand. And then with that left arm, we're going to reach up and over. So I'm really firmly pressing into that right foot. Should feel a lot of work here going on in the side body, but also in that right leg. You're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push the floor away, come all the way back up and straighten that leg. Bring the hands down. Okay, bring the feet a little bit closer together. Turn the toes out. Bend into those knees, so coming into a deep squat position. I'm going to take those arms out to a cactus shape. Just check that your knees aren't collapsing in here, so really lift through the inner arches of the feet. Now we're going to try and tap the elbows down towards the knees, so take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to go down to the right. Inhale up through center. Exhale down to the left. Use the side wall of the torso. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale center. Exhale to the left. 2 more on each side. Inhale center. Exhale to the right. Inhale center. Exhale to the left. Last one. Inhale center. Exhale to the right. And again, inhale center. Exhale to the left. Good. Come all the way back up. Straighten your legs. We're going to find our warrior 2 on the second side. So turn the right toes in. You might have to walk your feet a bit further away from each other. Bend into the left knee, then turn your palms to face the ceiling. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. You're going to reach forward through the left hand. Right arm's reaching up and over. We can imagine that we're holding onto a big beach ball. Press through that left foot and really switch on to our obliques, which are on the side of our abdominals. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale, push the floor away through the feet. Come all the way back up. We're going to turn ourselves to the top of the mat. So turn on your feet. Step the feet together. Find your Tadasana. We're just going to take the balance here on the second side. So shift the weight onto the left leg. Draw the right knee in towards the chest. Take hold of the shin. And scoop the thigh in towards your rib cage. Keep pressing the floor away with that left foot. Can you keep that thigh there as we bring the hands to the hips? And then pressing forward through that right heel. Let's keep that leg lifted. We're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time the right foot's just going to step next to the left. Take a deep breath in, sweep the arms up. Take a deep breath out, fold forward. Have a little moment here, just stretch out through the legs, let the back relax a little bit or elongate a little bit. Feel free to sway side to side. 1 more deep breath in. And 1 more deep breath out. Let's plant the hands and step straight back into downward dog. So send those feet back. Take a nice deep breath in. And a nice deep breath out. Okay, so from our downward facing dog, we're going to step, let's step the left leg forward so that I'm not turning away from you. So you're going to step the left foot forward. I'm just going to bring it to the outer edge of the left hand. Send the weight onto the right hand. This is where you could use a brick if the floor feels like it's too far away, so you could place your hand up onto a brick. You're going to lift the left arm and turn towards the long edge of the mat. Now take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. A couple of options for this next posture. You could absolutely stay here. If this feels like it's really good for your body, just stay in this twist, focus on the legs. Or we're going to take it into kind of like a side plank. So you're going to step the left foot a little bit further down the mat and then come onto the outer edge of the right hand. And this can be either on or off your brick. I'm going to stay on the brick here for this one. We're going to hold here. So I've got 3 points of contact with the floor. I'm trying to stack my shoulder directly over that right hand. If you feel like you've got a little bit more, we're going to step the left leg back, stack it on top of the right and take our full Vashisthasana. Wherever we are, we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the left hand down towards the floor. Slide the brick out of the way if you were using it. and find your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Okay, let's try that on the second side. So it'll be the right leg that will step forward this time, nice and wide. Again, I'm going to grab the brick for underneath my hand. We're going to start in that twist. So keeping the back knee off the floor. I'm going to turn to the right hand side of the mat, lifting the right arm. Same options apply here, so we can stay here with the right toes kind of pointing forward, or we're going to step the right foot halfway down the mat, come onto the outer edge of the left foot and take this modified version of our side plank with 3 points of contact. Or again, if we feel like we've got a little bit more energy and our shoulder feels okay, we're going to send the right leg back, just place it either on or somewhere near that left foot. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing that right hand all the way back down, moving the brick out of the way, finding a downward facing dog when you're ready. Take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, and we'll come down into child's pose. So bring the knees down and tuck the toes, send the hips to the heels. Maybe let the forehead rest on the mat, or again you could grab your brick. Okay, start to bring yourself all the way back up. We're going to come down onto our abdomen just for a few moments. Just do a little exercise here. When we think about core strength, we don't just think about the front body, it also encompasses the back space as well. So reach the hands back and behind you, maybe turn the palms to face in. Take an inhale, let's lift the head, chest and shoulders away from the floor, scooping the shoulder blades together. Let's keep the feet connected for now. We're going to breathe here. Palms are trying to press in towards each other. We can engage our glutes. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. If it feels okay for your back, we're going to try and lift the legs off the floor and come into a slightly higher position, working towards our kind of Shavasana, our locust position. 3 breaths here. 1. Keep reaching back through the feet. 2. And 3. Relax down onto the floor, turn the head to one side, take a few breaths. And then gently bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes underneath, press back up onto the knees. I'm going to bring ourselves down or around through to seated. So bring yourself to a seated position and just bring the soles of the feet together. Just bring the hands onto the ankles or onto the feet. I'm just going to start to take some circular motions here, just kind of winding down the body, slowing down the breath. You can really make this movement as big as feels comfortable, and then let's go in the opposite direction. So nice big circles. Okay, and then coming back to center, leave the legs as they are. We'll just take a twist here. So let's turn our torso towards our right knee. Maybe the hands want to stay on the floor. Maybe they want to find the knee. Completely your choice, just stretching out through the torso with this twist. Okay, full breath in. Full breath out, unwinding, come through center, and let's go to the other side. So you're going to turn towards the left knee. Either hand stay on the floor, or you could rest one hand on the knee. Really trying to rotate through the chest and through the belly button. Okay, deep breath in. Exhale, let's unwind and come back to center. Okay, we're going to come down onto our back. So you're going to try and roll down to the count of 10, moving nice and slow. So you're going to scoot yourself to the top end of the mat, bend your knees, bring the feet onto the floor. Send the arms out in front of you and start to curve through the spine. So let's roll down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give the knees a hug into the chest once you get there. Okay, so I should have said this before. You're going to use our brick on our back just to do a nice stretch for the psoas. Remember, if you don't have a brick, you can use anything else. It could be a book, a couple of books. It could even be a cushion, a nice big cushion might be useful as well. So I'm going to just use this brick on its lowest height because it's quite a chunky brick. If you've done this posture before and you want to take it higher, feel free to do so. So I'm going to do is slide the brick underneath my bum so that the pelvis is supported. I'm just going to let the legs straighten along the floor. And then I'm going to take my arms to this cactus shape so chest feels like it's opening a little bit. You don't want the brick so high that your bum's falling off the other end, so you want it underneath the bulk of your pelvis. And just close the eyes. So it shouldn't feel painful. If it is, swap out your brick for a cushion for a nice milder stretch. So what we're doing here is just finding that space in the psoas, which we worked quite hard today. Hip flexors, abdomen. Just breathing here. Last 2 breaths in and out. Okay, so we're going to bend the knees, just bring the feet back onto the floor. Nice and gently, just lift the hips and remove that brick. Coming down, and the hips back down. We're going to come straight into Shavasana from here, so you can straighten the legs. Maybe let the hands rest on the belly or down by your sides. So you're more than welcome to stay for longer in your Shavasana. As much time as you have. Shavasana, really key posture in our practice. This video will just naturally come to a close. But feel free to stay for as long as you need. Hey guys, thanks for practicing with me today. Feel free to hit me up with any comments about the practice, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want more of. And then I'm in the process of making more content to bring your way, so stay tuned.